This is Betty from Switch and Click, and we're back with episode 3 of Setup Showdown, a series where we show appreciation to our community by showcasing some of their best setups. I've taken some steps to make sure that this series will be improving in quality and viewing experience going forward. However, in this episode, I won't be showing my face because I took quite a fall earlier this week and still have some scratches on my face, and trust me, it's not pretty. So anyways, let's just jump into it with the first setup. As always, links are down below for anything you would want to pick up. And this series is sponsored by Switch and Click, and I finally started collecting an email list, written a whole compelling essay on why you should join. Check it out at switchandclick.com/take-my-email. Let's jump into the first setup. Alright, let's jump into the first setup with Lauren's. This build is silent and clean, and the desk setup definitely mirrors that perfectly. For the peripherals, we've got the Ducky 12SF, and as you can see, it doesn't have the usual stock look to it, and that's because we've got the SA cotton keycaps on top. It's not my personal choice of what keycaps I would put on it, but overall it looks absolutely amazing. SA definitely gives you that nice thocky sound when you're typing on it. For the monitor, we've got the BenQ EX351R with the light bar on top. Amazingly wide monitor, and the light bar is a great bonus if you don't want to turn on the lights at night, yet you still want to see everything on your desk. At the side of the monitors, we got the Logitech MX Sound speakers, looking really clean, not too obtrusive or anything, and matches with the color scheme of the monitor and the computer. For the headphones, we've got the Hi-Fi-Man HE350 headphones. Looks absolutely amazing, and I've tried Hi-Fi-Man before. They sound pretty dang good. As for the computer case, this is absolutely the most impressive part of the build by far. For the CPU, we've got the AMD Ryzen 7 1700. The motherboard here is the Gigabyte Aorus GA-AX370 Gaming 5 motherboard. We've also got a ton of really good RAM here. 32 gigabytes of Samsung RAM 2400 DDR4. For the graphics card, we've got the ASUS Strix 970 DC2OC 4G D5. We've also got a lot of storage in the form of Samsung 840 EVO 250 gigabytes and a Samsung 970 EVO 500 gigabyte NVMe SSD. The case here is the Metallic Gear Neo Black, and I have to say it looks absolutely amazing with the basement and the black clean colorway. Nothing too flashy, no RGB fans here. We've got the Silent Wings 3 140mm fans. And then for the cooler, we've got the Dark Rock Pro 4 air cooler by Be Quiet. And we've also got the Straight Power 11 Be Quiet PSU. As you can see here, everything has the theme of being silent and clean. On to the next submission by Techno.logikale. Pretty cool name. And unlike the last one, this one has a large focus on RGB, on bright colors. He uses this for work and productivity. And let's jump into the specs. We've got two monitors here. We've got the Acer Nitro VG270K 27-inch, and this is a 4K monitor and goes up to 60 FPS. It's also got IPS for that viewing from any corner you want without that weird black finish on your monitor. For the second monitor, we've got the Acer Nitro VG271U, also 27 inches, but this one is 1440p at 144 Hertz. It's also IPS. So you can use one of them for gaming if you choose, but I don't think that's what he uses it for, or at least that's not what he says he uses it for. Overall, very clean, and love that they're the same and can just fit together side by side without seeing some discrepancies. As for the keyboard, we've got the Drop Alt in black. This is the low profile version. In it are 67 gram Zelios V2 switches. We've also got some artisans. We got the Dwarf Factory Albert Artisan. And for the second board, he's got the Keychron K2, the hot swap version, came out recently, with the aluminum bezels on the side, with RGB, with Gateron blue switches. And the other keyboard he's got just laying around is the Ducky Mecha Mini in black. It's the Year of the Rat, and it's got Cherry MX reds. I can already see the hobby is definitely taking a hold of him. It's great to have a bunch of keyboards to switch between. For the mouse, we've got the Logitech G502 Hero. This is a great mouse if you're looking for a nice ergonomic shape. For the speakers, they're nothing special. Speakers you got a long time ago in college. As for the headphones or the headset, we've got the Logitech G332 SE. Let's jump into the PC. We've got the ASUS ROG Strix X570-E motherboard. The case is a Lian Li 011 Dynamic PCMR Limited Edition. For the CPU, we've got the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X, but he does have the 5900X on pre-order. What an upgrade. For the GPU, we've got the EVGA GeForce RTX FTW3 Ultra 3080. Hot dang, can I get that please? For the RAM, we've got 32 gigabytes of G.Skill Trident Z Neo DDR4 3600 CL16. This is a beefed up computer, alright. For storage, we've got the Crucial P1 1TB M.2 NVMe, a Seagate Barracuda 2TB 7200 RPM HDD. Plenty of storage here to go around. For cooling fans, we've got 6 Noctua S12 Chromax, 3 Noctua F12 Chromaxes, and 3 EK of Vardars. That is a lot of cooling in this case. And then for the CPU fan, we've got the EK360D-RGB AIO. Pretty fancy stuff. I definitely would like something like this, something to keep in mind when I'm upgrading my future PC. For the power supply, we've got the EVGA G1 Plus, 1000 watts, and it's 80 plus gold. And of course, we've got a random Xbox 360 wireless controller laying around for those gaming needs. Overall, amazing setup, and he's even got a nice background that also projects the RGB quite nicely, that you'll see right here. Pretty fancy stuff. And we also have a nice coiled cable that fits well with the background, fits well with the board. Overall, super jealous of the PC. Amazing. It's so hard getting PC parts nowadays. Alright, for submission number 3, we've got Lapbottom without the middle O, and this setup really caught my eye. Very nice background. Love the dim lighting and everything that's going on all up in the walls here. This is primarily used for productivity, gaming, and keyboard building. Alright, we've got 3 monitors. On the bottom, we've got 2 20-inch on 1080p 75Hz monitors side by side. At the top, we've got 22 inches Vizio TV 60Hz mounted on top. For the keyboard, we've got a painted and modded MZ60 with YMDK carbon keycaps. And we've got a funny baguette wrist rest to pair with it. Looking quite nice. For the mouse, we've got the Mira M Ultra Light, 63 grams from HK Gaming. Speakers, we have the Creative Pebble speakers, and the headphones are my personal favorite, the HyperX Cloud 2. Amazing thing is, this desk is completely custom. He built it for around only $30 using the Facebook Marketplace for the tabletop, and he even built the legs himself. Super DIY. As for the computer, we've got the B45-0M DS3H motherboard in a Cooler Master MB311L case. For the CPU, we've got the Ryzen 5 1600AF and an MSI Armor RX 580 GPU. Very impressive build, looks amazing. I love the baguette wrist rest here, and the wallpaper just goes so well together with the whole setup. Alright, for the last setup, we've got another very clean and simple work, productivity, and gaming setup. We've got some bland walls behind here, but I gotta say, this looks very similar to a setup that I could have had if I had chosen all black peripherals. Alright, for the monitor, we've got the 24-inch Envision XC 24S 75Hz monitor with a large clock display. Very easy to see what time it is. The keyboard here is the NK65 Entry Edition in Smoke with Gateron KS3 blacks and cheap PBT white on black keycaps. Despite it being pretty budget friendly, this is a very clean look. For the mouse, we've got the Razer Basilisk Hyperspeed wireless gaming mouse. We've got simple speakers here, the Fantech BS150. As for the gaming headset, we've got the SteelSeries Arctis 3 Bluetooth edition. And computer parts, we've got the MSI B450i Gaming Plus Max Wi-Fi motherboard. All of this is in a Cooler Master NR200P case. CPU here is a Ryzen 5 3600 with a Palette 1660 Super Gaming Pro OC GPU. As for RAM, we've got 16 gigabytes of Dark ZA 3600 and plenty of storage to go around. A Seagate 1 terabyte SATA HHD, a Ramstead 256 gigabyte NVMe, and a WD Green 120 gigabyte SATA. For the power supply, we've got the Corsair SF600 80 Plus Platinum. Very clean look, love the minimalist vibes, and I really wish they had the NK65 Entry Edition in a wireless mode. That would be absolutely clean and perfect. Alright, so this one is a little bit of a weird episode. It's been tough not being able to sort of film my face, I suppose. It's something very different, and I guess I gotta just run with it until everything heals, which might be next week, but definitely have to get a video out. So here it is. Remember to hit up switchandclick.com/take-my-email to share your email address with me. I won't do anything scammy with it or weird. Just need to build my email list because Roberto Blake says so. So that's gonna be how it goes. And if you want to submit your submissions, feel free to join our Discord server down below in the setup submissions channel. Link it down below as well as everything else that I talked about in this video. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Sort of a weird one. We'll see. Today's been really weird. I just need it to get better. Can I just heal faster already?